subtraction where you're going to set the examples one below the other. Alright, just relax for 5 minutes and then come back and we'll continue. Alright, let's call this exercise 5C. In this example, you will have to either add or subtract. In number 1, you are required to add 5x squared minus 7x minus 3, 2x squared plus 10x minus 2, x squared plus 6x plus 1. Number 2, subtract 5x squared minus 7x minus 3 minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 10. Remember, this minus sign belongs to this 2. So if you want to subtract, there is the big subtraction sign for the example itself. Number 3, you've got to add 5m squared plus 7m minus 10, 3m squared minus 12m plus 2, 6 plus 7m plus m squared. Obviously, in this example, you will have to set it like number 1 and then add. Number 4, subtract 5m squared minus 7m plus 2 from 8m squared minus 12m plus 4. Once again, you will have to set them up one below the other and then subtract. Alright, so switch off the DVD, complete this little exercise, and thereafter mark your work, and hopefully you should be getting all right. Hope you switched off the DVD and completed the exercise, and here I am back with you to mark them. So in number 1, we were very lucky, everything is set for us, all the terms are in the right places, the like terms are all one below the other, we can add. Minus 3 and minus 2 gives you minus 5, plus 1 gives you minus 4. This column is for x, just write down x one time. 6 plus 10 is 16, 16 minus 7 gives you 9. So that's done. This column is for x squared. Now 9 is plus 9 actually. 6 and 10, 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. It's a plus 9. This column is for x squared. Now understand that the 1 is understood here. And everything here is plus. So 5 plus 2 plus 1 gives you 8. So the final answer for number 1 is 8x squared plus 9x minus 4. Now in number 2, the example is set for us, but we've got to be very careful with subtracting. Therefore, we have to remember the rules of subtraction. Rule number 1 says, change the minus to plus, so this becomes plus. Second rule says, change the signs at the bottom, right through, to the opposite. So this is minus, it becomes plus. This is plus, it becomes minus. This is plus, it becomes minus. And thereafter, you will add using the new signs in the bottom. So if I start here, you got minus 3 and minus 10. You're adding it up, you get minus 13. So this one is minus 13. Then if you look here, the second column or the middle column, you've got minus 7 and minus 4. You're adding it up and you get minus 11. So this column is for x and it's minus 11x. And finally here you've got 5 plus 2. This column is for x squared, there's your x squared. 5 plus 2 gives you 7. So that's your answer for number 2. 7x squared minus 11x minus 13. Number 3, as you can see, number 3 is not set, so we have to set it. So there's your first expression, 5m squared plus 7m minus 10. You can take the first one just like that, just rewrite it. Then take the second one and place them in the correct column. M squared must go under M squared. M must go under M. The number must go under the number. So you got 3m squared minus 12m plus 2. Now be careful with the last part. This is 6. Therefore the 6 must go under the numbers, so it will go here. And it is plus 6 because the plus sign is understood. Then we have plus 7m, so that goes in the column for m. So plus 7m will go here. Then we've got plus m squared. So that will go under the column for m squared. So it's plus m squared, which really means plus 1m squared. And then we have to total. 6 and 2, 8. 8 minus 10 will give you minus 2. This column is for m. Write down the m. 7 minus 12 will give you minus 5. Minus 5 plus 7 will give you plus 2. Or if you want to go from bottom up, it will be the same thing. 7 and minus 12 will give you minus 5. Minus 5 plus 7 will give you plus 2. This column is for m squared. There's your m squared. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's your final answer for number 3. 9m squared plus 2m minus 2. Number 4, we've got to subtract 5m squared minus 7m plus 2 from 8m squared minus 12m plus 4. So 8m squared minus 12m plus 4 will be on top. 8m squared minus 12m plus 4, and 5m squared minus 7m plus 2 will be in the bottom, and we are subtracting these two. So there's a subtraction sign here. Once again, you have to remember your subtraction rules, which says, firstly, change the subtraction to addition. Change the bottom signs. This was plus, it's becoming minus. This was minus, it's becoming plus. This is plus, it's becoming minus. So here, you are adding plus 4 and minus 2, so you will get plus 2. This column is for m, just write down m. You are adding minus 12 and plus 7. Minus 12 and plus 7 gives you minus 5. And this column is for m squared. Now you are adding plus 8 and minus 5. And you will get plus 3. So your final answer for number 4 is 3m squared minus 5m plus 2. So to conclude, when it comes to addition and subtraction, you can get an exercise where you write the numbers next to one another and add them up. Or you can get an exercise like this, where you write the numbers one below each other and then add or subtract. Now we're going to give you exercise 6, which helps you to revise everything that we have studied so far. So exercise 6, number 1, 1.1, you will have to label these using index, exponent, base and power. So use the labels index or exponent, base and power. 1.1, 3 to the 4. 1.2, x cubed. 1.3, 5 cubed or 5 to the 3. 1.4, m to the 4. Number 2, expand the following by putting in a sign. 2.1 or more than one sign. 5, 4, 3. 2.2, CD. 2.3, 2.5. 2.4, STAR. 3.1, replace the sign used by another sign. 3.1, 2 asterisk 3. We move on to 3.2. Replace by using another sign, 5 bracket 4. 3.3, 10.2. 3.4, 10/2.
Okay.
3.5, A dot B. 3.6, A/B. 3.7, A asterisk B. 3.8, A bracket B. So remember, in number 3 you got to replace the signs by another sign which means exactly the same. Number 4, complete. 4.1, terms are separated by dash or dash signs. 4.2, factors are separated by dash or dash signs.
5 point.
Number 5, classify the following as terms or factors. 5.1, 5 plus b. 5.2, 5 times b. 5.3, minus 2x minus 3s. 5.4, 5 bracket 4. 5.5, 5/9. 5.6, 9 divided by 3. 5.7, a plus 5. 5.8, a minus b. 5.9, a squared times 5. 5.10, a minus b minus c plus d. 5.11, 3 asterisk m. 5.12, 7a. 6.1, add x squared plus 5x minus 12, 3x squared minus 8x plus 8, 4x squared plus 5x minus 12. 6.2, subtract 7x plus 5x minus 12, minus 2x squared plus 8x minus 9. 6.3, add 2x squared plus 5x minus 12, minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 12, x squared plus 5x plus 10. So 6.3, you can see the whole example together now. We move on to 6.4, subtract 3x squared plus 5x minus 12 from 9x squared plus 5x minus 6. Alright, so complete exercise 6 from number 1 to 6. Now, don't cheat, switch off that DVD, try this exercise, and when you have completed it, switch on again so that we can supply you the answers and see how well you did. Alright, so here are the solutions to exercise 6, 1.1, 3 to the 4. So the whole thing is a power. 4 is the index or the exponent. 3 is the base and the whole thing is a power. 1.2, x cubed, x is the index or exponent, x is the base and the whole thing is a power. Now I'm not going to write them full because you can understand that. 1.3, 5 cubed. 3 is the index or the exponent. 5 is the base, and the whole thing is a power. 1.4 m to the 4. 4 is the index or the exponent. M is the base, and the whole thing is a power. That brings us to the end of number 1. 2.1. 243, you have to expand it. Well, it is 200 plus 40 plus 3. 2.2, CD is C times D, or C asterisk D, or C dot D, or C bracket D. 2.3, 2.5 is equal to 2 plus half. 2.4, STAR is equal to S times T times A times R. We've chosen star because we hope each one of you will become a star by the time you reach the end of this DVD series. Number 3. You have to replace the sign used by another sign. So 2 asterisk 3 is the same as 2 times 3, or 2 dot 3, or 2 bracket 3. Both can be in bracket, or only the second one can be in bracket. 3.2, 5 bracket 4 is equal to 5 times 4, or 5 dot 4, or 5 asterisk 4. 3.3, 10 dot 2 is equal to 10 times 2, or 10 asterisk 2, or 10 bracket 2. 3.4, 10 slash 2 is equal to 10 divided by 2. 3.5, A dot B is equal to A times B. 3.6, now it could be A times B, or A asterisk B, or A bracket B. 3.6, A slash B is equal to A divided by B. 3.7, A asterisk B is equal to A times B, which is equal to A dot B, which is the same as A bracket B. 3.8, A bracket B is the same as A times B, which is the same as A dot B, which is the same as A asterisk B. Alright, that brings us to the end of number 3. 4.1, terms are separated by plus or minus signs. 4.2, factors are separated by multiplication or division sign. Number 5, you have to classify these terms as, you have to classify these examples as terms or factors, right? 5.1 is terms, there's a plus sign. 5.2, factors. 5.3, terms. 5.4, factors. 5.5, factors. 5.6, factors. 5.7, terms. 5.8, terms. 5.9, factors. 5.10, terms. 5.11, factors, 5.12 factors, because 7a is the same as 7 times a. Alright, we move on to number 6. 6.1. Well, we're lucky. All the like terms are set one below the other for us, so we can just add. Minus 12 and minus 12 gives you minus 24, plus 10 gives you minus 14. This column is x, so you just write down x. 5 and 5 gives you 10. 10 minus 8 gives you 2. This column, right, 2 means plus 2. This column is for x squared, there's your x squared. And you are adding. Now there's no number here, so it is understood to be 1. So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8. So your answer for 6.1 is 8x squared plus 2x minus 14. 6.2. In this example, we were told we must subtract. Therefore, we have to remember the rule. Now, where is the subtraction sign? This minus sign belongs to the 2, this plus belongs to the 8, that minus belongs to the 9. So, there is the subtraction sign. So, step 1, change the subtraction sign into an addition sign. So, we're going to do that first. So, that becomes plus. Step 2, change all the signs in the bottom to its opposite. Minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. And now to get the answer, we are adding minus 12 and plus 9. That gives you minus 3. I'll repeat, we're adding minus 12 plus 9, that gives us minus 3. Now in this column we are dealing with terms in x, so write down the x. Now you got plus 5 and minus 8, so you get minus 3. I'll repeat, plus 5 and minus 8, so you get minus 3. This column you have x squared, so just write down the x squared. Now you got plus 7, you see it's understood there's a plus sign here. Plus 7 and plus 2 gives you plus 9. So your final answer for 6.2, 9x squared minus 3x minus 3. 6.3, you write the first expression just like that. So there's your 2x squared plus 5x minus 12. Then you must make sure that anything else you write is in the correct column. You got minus 4x squared, so it will come here under x squared. Then you got plus 6x, it will come under here under x. Then you got minus 12, it will come under this minus 12. Then if you take the next number, it is x squared, well it will come in the x squared column. Then you got plus 5x, it will go under x. And then you got plus 10, it will go there, under the number. And then you add it up. Minus 12 and minus 12 gives you minus 24. Plus 10 gives you minus 14. This column has got x, so you write down x. Plus 5 plus 6 plus 10. 5 and 5, 10 and 6. 16, it's plus 16. This column is for x squared, so you write down x squared. Now you must understand that the 1 here is understood. So 2 and 1, 3. 3 minus 4 gives you minus 1. So your final answer for 6.3, minus x squared plus 16x minus 14. 6.4, be careful what goes on the